In this video, we will see how we can access structure members. Just like we access any ordinary variable like an integer variable or a float variable or a character variable, by accessing I mean either you can save values in that variable or you can retrieve values from that particular variable. So just like we need to access any ordinary variable, we also need to access values from these structure variables once they have been declared. We may either want to store a value in the structure variable, or either we may want to access a value from the structure variable. So how can we access the values through structure variables? That is with the help of structure members. Now in my previous video, that is introduction to structures, I had told you how you can define a structure. That is how a structure definition is given. For that you can check the link, it would be given in the description box. So this was the basic structure of basic template of a structure definition, wherein you gave the keyword struct, then you give the structure name, which is also known as the tag name. Then within the parenthesis, opening and closing parenthesis, you gave the structure members, names of the structure members. So these were the actually structure members like char title, char author, int pages, float, price. These are all the structure members, right? So this template or this definition of the structure named as book bank tells you that any variable of this particular structure type, any variable which is of this particular structure type would have four members. That is, it would have a fixed template. It would have a member known as title whose maximum length would be 20. That means that an array of length 20 named as title. Then any such variable would have a member known as author, which is an array and whose length is 15. It would have a member known as pages whose data type is integer. It would have a member known as price whose data type would be float. So this is a template or of the which you are providing for the variables that would be declared in future using the structure tag, right? So this I told you in the previous video also, this is how you give the structure definition. You give the keyword struct, you give the name of the structure, then within the opening and the closing parenthesis you give the members. Now this is a fixed template, so any variable which is of this particular data type will have, any member which is of this particular data type will have these four members for sure. Then I also told you how you can declare a variable using a structure tag. So if this is a structure tag, then say for example you want to have four variables named as book 1, book 2 and book 3 of this particular data type. That is, the data type is structure book bank. So then this is how you declare these variables. So this is the variable declaration that you are doing here. This also I have explained in my previous video. You will be provided the link for that in the description box. So this I am doing the variable declaration at the time of structure definition itself. Now once I have declared these variables, I would also want to access these variables, quite obvious. So how will I access these variables? If I want to access book 1, which is one variable whose data type is book bank, book 2 is another variable whose data type is again book bank, and book 3 is uh, another variable, a third variable whose data type is also book bank. So it is for sure that they will follow the same template, that is of the book bank, since their data type is of structure book bank. So all of these variables will have four members: title, which is a character array, author, which is a character array, pages, which is of integer data type, and price, which is a float data type. So all these three variables, book 1, book 2, book 3, will have these four members. Now, how will you access these three variables? Suppose you want to find out the price of book 1. you want to find out the author of book 1, you want to find out the pages of book 1, or you want to find out the title of book 1. So, or you want to give a title to book 1, or you want to give author to book 1, or you want to store the pages for book 1, or you want to store the price for book 1. So accessing means either you are storing or you are retrieving. So whatever you want to do. So that means whenever you want to access this particular variable book 1 or book 2 for that matter, or book 3, how will you access that? You will access it with the help of structure members. Now let's see how that is going to happen. As I already told you in my previous video also, that members themselves are not variables. The members are not variables. These are the members. This is one member, this is another member, third member, fourth member. So these are the members. Every variable which is of this data type, book bank, will have these members. So these are the members. Title is a member, author is a member, pages is a member, and price is a member. These themselves are not variables, right? So variables are book 1, book 2 and book 3, right? So members themselves are not variables. So they have to be linked to these structure variables in order to make them meaningful members, right? Now if I say title, what title? That does not make any sense. If I say author, which author? That does not make any sense. If I say pages, pages of what? Does not make any sense. So price, price of what? That doesn't make any sense. So members alone do not make any sense. They need to be linked with these structure variables to give them a meaning, right? Say for example, name, here as I am telling you, name has no meaning in itself. But when I say name of book 1, then it becomes meaningful. So this is what I'm trying to say, that the members themselves do not have any meaning. They get a meaning when they are linked to the variables. So the member is title and the variable is book 1. So title, title of what? Title alone does not make any sense. But when I say title of book 1, now it is making sense that I am talking about the title of book 1, right? So members themselves have no meaning unless they are linked to the variables. So the link between a member, and a variable is established using the member operator. How is this link established? This link is established using a member operator, which is also known as the dot operator or the period operator. You give it whatever name, you call it member operator, you call it dot operator, or you call it period operator. With the help of this particular operator, the link between a member and a variable is established. Say for example, title is the member here and book 1 is the variable here. So to give meaning to this member title, it has to be linked with this variable here. So now it gets a meaning, title of book 1. So this particular link, how is this link established between the member and the variable? It is with the help of the member operator, or you can call it the dot operator, or you can call it the period operator. So how does it look? This operator simply looks like a dot. This is what you call the member operator or the period operator or the dot operator. So this is how it looks like. For example, here the variable book 1 and the member pages, right? Pages is my member and member of the structure, and book 1 is the variable of this particular data type of struct book bank. So to establish a relationship between pages and book 1, to establish a relationship between pages and book 1, you establish it with the help of member operator. So you write like this, book 1 dot pages. So now you know whose pages you are talking of. I am talking about the pages of book 1. How many pages it does have? It has. Similarly, price and book 1. So price is a member and book 1 is a variable. So now to find out whose price you are talking of. So I say book 1 dot price. So with the help of this I can easily recognize that I'm talking about the price of book 1. I'm talking about the pages of book 1. So this is how you establish a connection or a link between the member and the variable. Alright, so once a link has been established between the variables and the member using a member operator or dot operator, then you can assign values to the structure members. So just say for example, here you have book 1 dot pages. You want to assign a value. You want to store the value 250. Say for example, book 1 has 250 pages. So you want to store book 1 that the book 1 has number of pages 250. So how will you do that? You will assign the value of book 1 pages as 250 by writing book 1 dot pages equals to 250. Now say for example the price of book 1 is 300. So how will you store that, or how will you assign that value? You will say book 1 dot price equals to 300. So this very easily and clearly helps you to identify which particular variable are you talking of. So book 1 dot pages equals to 250. Book 1 dot price equals to 300. This means that the number of pages that book 1 has is equal to 250 and the price of book 1 is 300. Also, this is through the assignment variable. Also you can assign values to the variables using the keyboard function scanf that we have been using till now to assign values to any ordinary variable. Also the simple procedure is you write scanf. If its data type is integer, then you write %d ampersand. How will you store the values in this particular variable? Using ampersand, and then you write the variable name book 1 dot pages. So that means this particular value you want to store in the variable name book 1 dot pages. So this is how variables are accessed in structures.